in the spirit of the channel, I wanted to do this thing about. I just bought my wife Patek Philippe, and I love it already. It's a Patek Philippe Ellipse movement with a sigma dial. So sigma dial means that the dial is solid gold, or whatever the precious metal is. In the case of this, it's gold, and it's beautiful. It was only $400. That's like a $7,000 watch, but it's only the movement. So I'll either have to find a Patek Philippe case for it, which will probably be impossible. But I knew as soon as I looked at this watch, I'm like, this is a classic watch. I know other people are going to have made case watches that are the same form factor and the same design, because that's what people do. They copy Patek Philippe. So I can probably find a case, a compatible case from another manufacturer, perhaps even 18 karat gold, that can be modified a little bit, hold the same movement, and then it'll be a beautiful watch. I know watch snobs would be like, oh, you can't do that. But I love it. And I love it in particular because I want to mess with the Patek Philippe movement. Like I don't want to mess with a $100,000 Patek Philippe movement, but I want to mess with a $400 Patek Philippe movement. So this movement's working, which is good. It won't need any parts, but I can still kind of take it apart and oil it once I'm at that level or whatever. So that's fun. But it was $400, a little bit more than $400. And then other people have asked me already, like, where do you buy your watches? So there's this website called Ricardo in Switzerland, which I think even if you're outside of Switzerland, you might be able to use this, but a lot of the sellers don't want to ship outside of Switzerland. But you can check it out. It's ricardo.ch. And if nothing else, it'll make you jealous of people who do live in Switzerland, because it has so many old watches and parts and stuff on it. There's some insane bargains. So this Patek Philippe, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is such a great bargain. I got to buy it. And then I researched I looked at, you can look up you can look at the person's feedback and you can see if they're flipping it. So I did that with this guy, and indeed he flipped it, or she, and I have no problem with that. But look at the deal that he got, or she got. He got a Patek Philippe Ellipse movement with a Sigma dial, a beautiful Eterna, I believe that's a pocket watch movement, and a Tissot, vintage Tissot ladies movement. He got all three of them for 113 francs. So let me look at the detail, or show you the details of this. That's the Patek Philippe. That's the Eterna. I also love Eterna. That's the back of the Patek Philippe. That's the inside of the Eterna pocket watch. That's a complete pocket watch with the case. And then I guess the Tissot is like a battery. Wait, why would that be a battery powered? That's like just a kind of fake vintage quartz Tissot. So that's worth nothing. But the Eterna movement is shown outside of the case, it looks like. Or is that some kind of feet? What's going on here? I don't know what's going on with that Eterna. It says it's the movement, but then it shows it in the case. Oh, you know what they might have done? It might have been an 18 karat gold case, and they might have just sold the case. That's probably what they did with the Patek. You have these people in Switzerland that like sell their watches for gold, or they sell them to these like We Buy Gold places. So I wonder if that's what happened. Somebody sold their Philippe for the value of gold, and then they're like, oh, let's see if we can get a few pennies for this movement. That's fine. Okay, sorry for the bad language. Anyway, that like on the one hand, I bought a flipped movement. On the other hand, I bought a $7,000 watch for $400, and I'll figure out a way to case it in a way that works for me and for my wife. Like the other thing that would be interesting would be to manufacture a custom case out of transparent ceramic which like things in manufacturing are getting so much easier these days with 3D printing. You can 3D print like not ceramic. Ceramic is requires insane tooling because it's so hard. But with other materials, you can design a case and then have it 3D printed. For example, in 18 karat gold, and then it's very personal. You know, like it's not original Patek Philippe, but it's original you. So that's even better. So anyway, I'm happy with that purchase. It'll be fun to see if I didn't get ripped off when I receive it. And I'm really curious if somebody actually sold that case for gold. That's too funny.